order, praise God, to be used by God in this season of building, you must be a person of prayer. Amen. Hallelujah. If you don't talk to God, He will not talk to you. Amen. Hallelujah. And God knows the secrets of all men. He knows every plan. He knows every plot of the enemy. And if you spend time in prayer with God, the things that people plan, hallelujah, in secret chambers, God will reveal them to you in the night. It's very strange, praise God. But whenever I get into a very active season that I know I'm about to get something accomplished, I go to bed at night and I start having all kinds of dreams. I start seeing stuff. Praise the Lord. And when I see it, praise the Lord, it comes to pass, it be just like I saw it in my sleep, praise God. God goes to talking more than ever, amen, because I'm in a season. And what is He doing? He's giving me spiritual discernment, and He's talking to me, and He says, watch out for this, and watch out for that, and watch out for the other thing. Let me tell you something, beloved. As a worker in the house of God, Satan should not always be able to come and catch you off your watch. Amen. He should not always be able to come and to surprise you, amen, with some kind of mischief. If you stay before God, God will reveal the plot and the plan of the enemy. Yes. Hallelujah. I believe it was Elder Lewis that said, praise God, that when they were having trouble on his job, and he had went down to South Carolina, praise the Lord, that his wife had a dream and woke up and told him that they were going to plan something, but it wasn't going to work, praise God. Now, how would you like to have somebody that's that close to God that can tell you something like that? Hallelujah. Because your ways please God, God is not going to allow you to fall into the trap of the enemy. God gave us the Holy Ghost for more than just shouting. Amen. God gave us the Holy Ghost for more, amen, than just rolling on the floor and speaking in tongues. In fact, praise the Lord, while I believe we ought to be some praising people, we ought to be some praising and producing people. Amen. Come on, somebody. Amen. You go on YouTube and you can look up praise breaks. Amen. And come back next year and them same people doing the same praise break. But they have not produced anything. Amen. Hallelujah. We need to be praisers and we need to be producers. Come on, somebody. Amen. God's Spirit gives you the inside track on what to do next. God's people are some of the most intelligent people on the face of the earth. Amen. Come on, somebody. Amen. Glory to God. God will give you favor, amen, because you are a praying woman or a praying man. Amen. Nehemiah, praise the Lord, he was not no, dummy. Praise God. Nehemiah served. He wasn't a dud. He served, praise the Lord, in the upper echelons of King Xerxes, amen, palace. He was a cupbearer, but that's just code that he served in the palace. Amen. Praise the Lord. And God used, amen, his favor to build the wall. Amen. I'm telling you tonight that when God intends to do a work in the house of God, He will begin to promote the people that are connected to the vision. Yes. And He begins to give you stuff. The Bible says He gives, amen, bread to the eater and seed to the what? Sower. Come on, somebody. Amen. Praise the Lord. And He does that. What is He does? He begins to, amen, bless you so that you can be a blessing. Yes. Amen. He begins to increase you and give you favor in areas and with people. Sometimes, and listen to me, connections in this season are important. You may not understand every connection that you come across. You may not understand every friend that you meet, but be nice to people. Be sweet to people. Sometimes the person that you don't even know holds the key that unlocks the next door that you got to walk through. Amen, praise God. Sometimes people will come to you and just have favor with you and just will like you. And you don't even know why they like you. You know, amen, praise God, but they just like you. And you're just nice to them. You don't even know what they, do or who. And you find out that you've been sitting there talking to the CEO of the company the whole while. Amen. And they said, Travis, I like you. You good old boy. Don't get mad because it costs you more. With that kind of money, hey. Call me Little John if you want to. Amen. Praise the Lord. And he'll promote you because your gift makes room for you. bring you before many great men, praise God. You got to allow yourself, praise God, hallelujah, to be in favor with people. Some of our problems is, praise God, we just not friendly people. We saved, but we ain't friendly.
Amen.
Oh, I'm teaching good.
Amen.
We saved, but we ain't friendly. We know Jesus, but that's all we know. Y'all quiet.
Amen.
Praise God. We say, praise God, but we don't speak. Praise God.
Amen.
When you go to the water cooler, you just go to the water cooler, get your water,
Walk away.
and that's it. Praise God. I'm so saved. I ain't got time to talk with them. I ain't got time to shoot the breeze with them. Praise God. They ain't about nothing but a bunch of foolishness. How are you going to affect them if you don't deal with them?
Amen.
Praise the Lord. The last time I checked, something that already has seasoning don't need salt.
That's right.
Amen.
And where there's light, you don't need no light. And last time I checked, you need seasoning where the meat is kind of bland.
That's right.
And you need light where there is darkness.
Yeah.
Come on, somebody.
Amen.
But you see, we come in, we try to shine here. I don't need your light here. I got my own light.
That's right.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let my own light shine.
Amen.
Praise God. But God has called you to be light in the dark places. Lord, I pray.
Amen.
And so, praise the Lord, they said in verse 11, and our adversary said, they shall not know, neither see, till we come in the midst among them and slay them and cause the work to cease. We're going to get rid of them, and they're going to build the wall, and Nehemiah's journey is going to be in vain. And it came to pass that when the Jews which dwelt by them came, they said unto us 10 times from all places, which ye shall return unto us, they will be upon you. And so he understood that a fight was coming. Listen to me. Whenever God reveals something of an important nature to you, it is not just so you can say, the Lord told me something. Okay? When God reveals something to you that the enemy is trying to plot something against you, it is then that you need a strategy. God begins to warn you. Now, praise the Lord, these guys came by the grace of God and told Nehemiah that when y'all get here, these folk gonna be upon you. Praise the Lord. So Nehemiah didn't proceed the same way. He used, amen, wisdom. He says, therefore, set I in the lower places, behind the wall, and on the higher places. I even set people after their families with swords, spears, and their bows. Now we are supposed to be, praise the Lord, building. But now we know that an enemy is coming. We got to get ready for the enemy. And I looked and rose up and said unto the nobles and to the rulers and to the rest of the people, he says, be not ye afraid of them. If you have a strategy and a plan from God, you don't have to be afraid of what Satan is going to do, praise God. You are only afraid when you don't have a plan, when you don't have a strategy, praise God. He says, don't be afraid of them, praise God. Remember the Lord, which is great and terrible, and fight for your brethren and your sons and your daughters and your wives and your houses. In other words, you got to fight for this thing. If you're not coming together to work, praise our God, and you're not going to fight for what you're working for, amen, you're just doing it in vain, because Satan is coming to destroy and to tear up what you are building. Or y'all not hearing me, praise the Lord. Amen. Hallelujah. He says you got to be ready to fight. You got to be ready to fight. And not only fight to defend yourself, but you got to fight to defend your family. You got to fight to defend your brothers and sisters, amen, your sons and your daughters, praise God. You got to be ready to fight, praise our God. Hallelujah. In our day, that translates to being ready, amen, to go into prayer at a moment's notice. Being ready, amen. How many of you all feel like you are spiritually fit to do war in the spiritual realm? In other words, you know, amen, that God hears you when you pray. You know that your life is what it needs to be to prevail with God. Well, if you are not in that position, what is hindering you from getting into the position where you know God hears you when you pray? Because I can almost 100% guarantee you that the enemy is going to come and fight you when you begin to move and start doing something. And because of that, you've got to be armed with the power of prayer. You've got to put on the whole armor of God. You've got to be ready.
Amen.
And it came to pass when our enemies heard that it was known unto them, they found out that we found out their plan. God had brought their counsel to nothing. We returned back to the wall. And it came to pass that from that time forth, amen, that from the half of my servants wrought in the work, and the other half of them, praise God, held spears and shields and bows, praise the Lord. Hallelujah. And the rulers were behind, amen, all the house of Judah. Amen. Verse 17, they which builded the wall, they that bear the burdens, amen. Amen. With those that laid it, every one, amen, of his hands wrought in the work. And with the other hand, he held a weapon, praise God. Amen. For the builders, every one of them had his sword girded by his side, and so building, praise the Lord. In other words, praise our God, he not only was somebody, amen, that could build, but he was somebody that could fight. Amen, praise God. He came to work prepared, hallelujah, that now I've got the tools to build in one hand, and in the other hand, I have a sword to fight. In other words, just in case the enemy shows up, amen, I got to be ready, praise our God. In other words, when you come into the things of God and we're building with a mind to work, praise God, first of all, in building, you must understand that there is spiritual warfare in building.
Amen.
Why do I say that? Praise our God. Because when you begin to build, you begin to expand your territory. Okay?
Amen.
Well, when you begin to expand your territory, praise our God, that territory that you are expanding has been occupied by somebody else.
Right.
So, by reason of your expansion, praise the Lord, Satan is now mad, praise the Lord, because your expansion means that your kingdom is getting bigger and his kingdom is getting smaller. And see, this is why Sanballat and Tobiah, praise the Lord, were angry with them, praise God, because all they were doing was just building the wall. But see, Satan got more faith in you than you got.
Amen.
Say that again, Pastor. I think I will. I said Satan got more faith in you than you got.
Amen.
Why do I say that? Praise God. Because whenever he sees you beginning to do something, he attacks you. Why does he attack you? Because he knows that if you finish it, praise our God, you're going to expand in the kingdom.
Yeah,
you think, praise God, well, here I go, here goes nothing, I'm going to do this, and if it work, it works, if it don't. And Satan just knows, praise God, that if you ever get a taste of real victory, amen, it's on then, praise God. If you don't feel like, praise our God, that you're going to actually make a difference, it's on then, praise the Lord. And so what he does, he fights you in the little steps, praise God. He fights you in the beginning. He fights you in your mind. He fights you when you're laying in the bed at night before it's the next day you get ready to make the move, praise God. He fights you in your dreams. He fights you, praise God, when you get up and wash your face. He's talking to you. He has dispatched demons, praise our God, to get in your mind and to slow down, because if he can somehow make you believe that you're not going to be successful in what you set out to do, then maybe, just maybe, you will cease the work. But look at somebody and say, guard your mind. Guard your mind. In this season, beloved, you need to guard your mind. This is not, amen, let me tell y'all something, Church of God. This season is not going to be like the last season. We've been up and around, praise God, for about 17 years almost. Praise the Lord, hallelujah. And I promise you that every time we got ready to make a move, Satan cut up. I know what I'm talking about.
Amen.
Every time, praise the Lord, we got ready to have a big service, that's when somebody got mad.
Amen.
Huh?
Amen.
Praise God. I remember one of the first time when we did our very first Build a Fund campaign, folk got crazy. Hallelujah.
Amen.
Had somebody, praise God, rob us. Skip town, left town. Amen. Had access and robbed us.
Amen.
Y'all ain't hear what I'm telling you.
Amen.
And you know, when you get attacked from a side that you're not used to, it will stun you.
Amen.
And you will stand up for a minute like, but I was good to you.
Amen.
I was good to you. I was kind to you. Y'all ain't hear it.
Amen.
You're sitting there, praise God, trying to figure out why the person did what they did. You don't need to figure out why. Just know it was the devil trying to stop you. You wrestle not against flesh and blood. And once you settle that in your mind, you'll stop fighting people and start fighting on your knees. And you'll fight on your knees and you'll get up and work.
Amen.
Faith without works is
Dead.
Come on, somebody.
Amen.
Hallelujah. You know, people say, shout and God gonna bless you with a church building. That's good. That ain't all you better do.
That's right.
You got to work.
Amen.
For the person that tell you all you got to do is dance and God gonna give you the building. Don't believe that.
Amen. Amen.
Those of you that dance and looking for God to cancel the dead out, they gonna have your car. Why are you dancing? Praise the Lord.
Amen.
Here you is, went there, signed on the dotted line, and said, I'm going to make my payment on the 13th of every month. You signed it. They extended that credit. The bank loans you the money. Amen. To get your car. To get whatever it is you bought. And because you didn't have enough sense to balance it and not go out and get a whole lot of other stuff. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? Amen. Now all of a sudden you praying and asking God, Lord, cancel the debt in the computer. That is wicked.
Amen.
That is wicked. Amen. The Bible says the wicked borrow and payeth not again. You are wicked. Amen. Oh no man nothing but to what? Love him. Come on, son. That's not saying, praise our God, that you won't ever have to get in debt and borrow things. Life is about, amen, having some bills. You got to pay your bills, praise God. But it's about being wise in what you do. Amen. Everybody knows that we are in a building season. So everybody that is attached to this ministry, this ain't the time to go get a Bentley.
Amen.
I'm teaching better than y'all saying amen.
Amen.
This ain't the time to be saving money for a cruise this year. Not if you're a part of this church.
Amen.
Amen. Praise God. This is the time, praise the Lord. If you saving money for the cruise, you ought to take that money you saved for the cruise and put it in the building fund to get the house built.
Amen.
Y'all don't like that, but I'm telling you like it is.
Amen.
See, your heart is not in the right place.
Amen.
That's what I was kind of teaching about on Sunday, about us being one. When we become one, pray, oh God.
Amen.
When we become one, give me, praise God, Acts the 2nd chapter. Praise the Lord. Start reading about verse 40. I want to show you something. 2 and 40.
And with many other words did he testify and exhort,
What?
saying,
Saying what?
Save yourselves
Save yourself from this untoward generation.
Then they that gladly received his word
Come on.
were baptized.
Yeah.
And the same day
The same day.
there were added to them about 3,000
Now
souls.
they had 3,000 people in one day added to the church. Come on.
And they continued steadfastly
And they continued steadfastly in the teaching of the apostles. And in fellowship. They did what? They stayed in the doctrine and they stayed in fellowship. They stayed in the doctrine and they stayed in fellowship. Fellowship and the doctrine go hand in hand. Hallelujah. Read.
And in breaking of bread.
Yes.
And in prayer.
They ate together. Come on. And prayed together.
And fear.
And what? Fear
came upon every soul.
Come upon every soul.
And many wonders and signs.
Many wonders and
Were
signs.
done by the apostles.
Keep reading.
And all that believed were together.
And all that believed were separated.
Together.
And all that believed were together.
And had all things common.
And they had what?
All things
They had all things common.
Yeah.
Praise God. That means, praise our God, what was yours was mine, and what was mine was yours.
Amen.
Praise the Lord. It wasn't, well, what was yours is mine, and what mine is mine. No, praise God. It was they had all things common. They were, amen, together with one accord in one place. Amen, praise the Lord. And had everything common. Read further.
And sold their possessions.
They did what?
And sold their
How many would sell your possession and give it to the house of God? Not many of us. They sold their possessions and did what?
And goods.
And good. They sold their possessions and goods
And parted them to all men.
and gave them to all men
As every man had need.
as every man had needed.
They continually daily.
And they continued daily with one accord in the temple.
Breaking bread from house to house.
Come on.
Did eat their meat.
Yeah.
Gladness and singleness of heart.
Praising God.
Having favor with all the people.
Having faith with all the people.
And the Lord added to the church daily.
See, when people are together and do it together, that means if you get in trouble, I'm supposed to come to your aid. If I get in trouble, you're supposed to come to my aid. Praise the Lord. There is a oneness that was with the early church that made them able to do what they did. Let me show you what else they were doing, praise God. Go to the 5th chapter of Acts. In fact, praise God, go to the 4th chapter and maybe the last couple of verses there. Whatever the last couple of verses was.
And with great power. Made the apostles witness.
Yes.
Of the resurrection of the Lord Jesus Christ.
Uh-huh.
And great grace was upon them all. Neither was there any among them that lacked.
Neither was there any among them that lacked.
For as many as were possessors of land.
People that had.
Or houses. Sold them. And bought the prices of the land.
And did what with it?
Things that were sold.
Come on.
And laid them down at the apostles' feet.
And laid them down at the apostles' feet.
And distribution. Was made unto every man according as he had need.
The early church wasn't broke, y'all.
Amen.
The early church wasn't broke.
Right.
Hallelujah. They wasn't selfish.
Amen.
They had a job. This is where they didn't have church buildings back then. No, not in the beginning. They went from house to house.
Amen.
Praise the Lord.
Amen.
Just like in the beginning, they would lay it down at the apostles' feet. Praise God. That was only done for a season.
Amen.
When that thing got so heavy to the apostles, they got so much money, and the apostles couldn't keep handling the money to find out who to give it to. So they had to choose 7 men. See, progress calls you to grow and add more.
Amen.
If we try to keep the ministry small enough so that I can touch and do everything, that is not progressive.
Amen.
You have to get to a place where the thing gets so big, you have to let other folk do something.
Amen.
Are y'all hearing what I'm telling you?
Amen.
Hallelujah. But today, the saints are so selfish. Praise God.
Amen.
Hallelujah. We can't sacrifice, amen, to do anything but the things of the flesh that we want to do. Come on, somebody.
Amen.
I'm just not going to be able to give that building for because I got a vacation I'm saving for. And I deserve that vacation. I deserve it. Are you a member? Then if you're a member, you deserve to pay. And I promise you, if you, amen, praise the Lord, ought to be taking that money and being a blessing to the house of God, you doing silly stuff with it, God ain't going to let you enjoy it.
Amen.
Y'all quiet.
Amen.
When we're one, we have it common. You ain't going to let me sit up here and do all the fighting trying to get it going, and you sitting back on the island somewhere sipping pina colada.
Amen.
Getting a sun tan. Y'all quiet.
Amen.
Praise the Lord. I want to know how many of y'all can actually see the church.
Amen.
How many can actually, amen, imagine walking into the new sanctuary? Lord have mercy. Glory to God. Walking into the lobby. Come on, somebody.
Amen.
And in the lobby, the pictures of those that have helped found the ministry were blessings and they're hanging up. Huh? The history several churches hanging up in the lobby. You understand what I'm saying? Praise God. You got bathrooms in the lobby. Praise God. Then you got a bookstore. A store, amen, that will sell, amen, Bibles and books and materials. Praise the Lord. Y'all hear me?
Amen.
Then, praise God, walking, amen, into the sanctuary. You walk into the sanctuary. Praise God. You go left, and there's the pulpit. Praise our God. Hallelujah. And you look to the back, and you got, amen, 3 sections. 3 sections of rows. Each row contains at least 80 chairs on each row. Glory to God. You have media, praise God. You have a media center in the back, praise God. Y'all quiet.
Amen.
Come on, somebody. This area is now, amen, it used to be a sanctuary, but now it's transformed, praise the Lord, into Sunday school rooms. This side, amen, is divided into at least 3 rooms. The pastor's study, amen, is expanded, so his study can be bigger. This bathroom is made into his own personal bathroom.
Amen.
Amen. We take off this front end of the church and built in, praise the Lord, more bathrooms for people that will be using this area back here.
Amen.
Kitchen area where y'all sit back over there, kitchen and serving. An open area, praise God. Y'all ain't hearing what I'm saying?
Amen.
Glory to God. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. And then we minister to this community. We don't just get a building just to say we got a nice big building, but there are folk that are hurt.
That's right.
They need deliverance.
Amen.
Do y'all see all of these trees that they're knocking down in these areas? Well, you know what they're doing? They're building homes. And I think Brother Travis has a school. What does that mean? That means more people are coming in.
Amen.
And more people coming in means somebody going to need somewhere to go worship.
Amen.
You got to see, let me tell you something. If you stay in a place for 20 years and the church don't never grow, it's because somebody don't have a vision for evangelism.
Amen.
That means we've got to get out of our comfort zone and go knock on some doors and say, listen, come on out here.
Amen.
Don't worry about what you look like.
Amen.
Come dress just like you dress.
Amen.
As long as you got something on.
Yes.
Woo! Praise God. Put something on. Don't worry about what you got on. Come on.
Amen.
Come. And then when you get there, saints, we got to, amen, act like we glad that they're here.
Amen.
Because after all these churches that's up and down the road, people can go wherever they want to go.
That's right. That's true.
I'm talking about building with a mind to work. See, we're not just building a building, but we're building people.
Amen.
Come on, somebody.
Amen.
They walk through the door, praise God. What's the first place they see? Everything in here ought to be showing whatever teeth you got left.
Yes.
Come on, somebody.
Amen.
Praise the Lord.
Amen.
Well, I don't want to sing fake. Don't be fake, be real.
Amen.
Ain't that right?
Amen.
Praise the Lord, brother. How you doing, man? I'm so glad. Man, come on and sit with me.
Amen.
They come in the church like, sit with me. Take it. Amen.
Amen.
And I guarantee you, before they can hear one song sung, before they can hear one word preached, they've already judged this church
Amen.
by how people treat them when they get there.
That's right.
Amen. One thing I miss about Sister Crystal, amen. When you came through that door, Crystal's all teeth was just bright.
Amen.
She was just, God bless how you doing. That means some people, they just built for that.
Yeah.
Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Every facet of ministry ought to represent the hospitality and the love of the whole.
Amen.
Because everybody is an extension of who I am. I can't hug everybody. I can't get to everybody. Could y'all imagine what it would be like once we actually get 200 people in here? Hallelujah. Yeah, see, Mama, she just saw it. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. You get 200 people in the church, that means y'all got to start taking some responsibility for loving on some people.
Amen.
Y'all quiet.
Amen.
You got to take some responsibility for sin. If you see a young mother come in with a child, you know she's struggling.
Amen.
Praise God, do you need some help? No, help her. Here you go, child. You know, some people, they don't want no help, and if they don't, they'll make it abundantly clear. Just let them know, if you need anything, I'm here. Praise the Lord. People that come to church that are unchurched. I'm still talking about building, y'all.
Amen.
People that come to the church that are unchurched. Many times, praise the Lord, that child have never been in the church before.
Amen.
So you can't make them feel like, you know, looking at them. I wish they would make that child hush. Sometimes, praise God, they've never been in that particular situation. The more they come, the more they deal, the better it'll get. But until then, sometimes in order to gain more people, you got to be more willing to put up and be, amen, uncomfortable. Because see, let me tell you what's going to happen. The more you gain, the more building you're going to be able to do. Because people come. And people bring people. Right. And people that bring people bring money. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Amen. And that money is filtered through the ministry to do what we need to do. Amen. After school program. Come on, somebody. Amen. For latchkey children. After school programs where they can come. Praise the Lord. Amen. Praise God. From when is the school over? About 3 something. Maybe 3:30, praise the Lord, all the way to maybe 6 or 7. Have people that are here that are just helping the kids with their homework, doing things, praise the Lord. Who knows, as the Lord bless the church, we can pay people and put people on staff to do things of that nature. Before you know it, the church has a daycare center. Come on, somebody. Amen. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, a preschool. We got some educated folk in here. Ain't that right? Amen. Can run it. See, do y'all see what I'm talking about? Amen. Right, when we did, amen, what was it? This summer, praise God. Vacation Bible School. Amen. Just my children alone, praise God. I'm telling you, amen, it's a ministry within itself. But you got to see bigger. What do you see? The Bible says that when they got ready to build the wall, each person in the section that they were in back in their section and built their section. Amen. Maybe I can't do what you do and you can't do what I can do, but you can do what you do and do it well. And I can do what I can do and I can do it well. And by the time we put it together, we got a whole wall. Am I making sense tonight? Praise the Lord. And the main thing, I'm bringing it in, my time is up. The main thing, in order for this church to build and to be effective in building, we have to keep unity amongst each other. Amen. Lord, I pray. I was praying this morning. I came out to the sanctuary and I was praying. And I said, God, make us one. Lord, make us one. Even as you and the Father are one. Make us one. Make us one. Make us one to where we feel each other's care. Make us one. Praise the Lord, to where we love one another, the way we ought to love one another. Make us one. It touched my heart because I said, you know, for us to be the small church that we are, we're not one like we need to be. Amen. We can go without seeing one another and no problem. I want to get back to the time when, praise the Lord, you get to the church and you're like, I am so stoked. I'm so excited to be where the saints are. Now it's like, Lord, I need a break from the saints. I'm tired of seeing these tracks. I get tired. I need a break. Hallelujah. Don't you know when you thought about I need a break from people, you know your love is dying out? Whenever a man and a woman is married together and they talk about let's take a break, that means love has got up and went. Because you know how it is, praise God, when you're courting and you love, you can't hardly get enough of them. Riding down the road in the car, see when I go there, they ain't believe in car riding. Because they know when you roll down in the car, it look like one person sitting in the car because they're all close together. Amen. Every time, praise God. Every time you get up, yes. Can you please get off the phone? See, that's why we all have cell phones. One phone. Praise God. Yeah, tired. The line is tied up. And then praise God. Amen. Now all of a sudden, you in one side of the house, she in the other side of the house, the children in the room playing tablets. And now between, I need my space. Let me go to the mall. I just got to have my own space. Everybody just got to have all love draw you closer. Y'all don't hear what I'm saying. Church, we ain't gonna be able to do this together if we don't see each other as the brothers and sisters that we are.
Amen.
I'm not your enemy. I'm your brother.
Amen.
Come on, somebody.
Amen.
I'm not your enemy. I'm your friend.
Amen.
Hallelujah. Oh, glory. And if I love you, I'm not going to do anything to hurt you.
Amen.
Is that right?
Yeah.
If I love you, I'm not going to, well, let me say it like this. I'm not going to purposely do anything to hurt you. Sometimes actions can be perceived. Once I figure out that I hurt you, then I'm like, well, look, man, I didn't mean that. I'm sorry, man. You understand what I'm saying? And the whole thing is, I want to be able to have an open line of communication that if I hurt you, I want you to be able to say, you hurt me. Praise God. Without, feeling like he going to come at me. Y'all understand what I'm talking about? Oneness. I want the best for you. I want to see, Brother Marcus, I want to see you driving a Lexus or a Maserati or whatever it is. Once the church is built. I want you to be the best version of yourself that you can ever be.
Amen.
And if I can help you, I want to push you. When you love folk, you ain't jealous.
That's right.
Praise God. Mother gonna get up and shout and holler. I ain't gonna be jealous of her shouting. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to find where she at and try to get in there too. That's what the scripture said when it said, one rejoice, all rejoice. It means I'm joining in your joy. What makes you happy makes me happy. Amen. What makes you sad makes me sad. Amen. And then together we lock into that vision. And we make, y'all get anything out of this?
Amen.
Amen. That's the only, that's the only way, Mother, we're going to be able to make it happen. Amen. That's the only way. Because I'm telling you, just as sure, and wait till February to get here. Because now it's getting closer and closer. Yeah. The enemy going to be, and the enemy going to be, I'm telling you how the devil works. Satan's desire, chief desire, is to separate people. Y'all better hear what I'm telling you. Amen. Satan's desire is, praise the Lord, me and Erica, we be cool. We cool. We cool. Praise the Lord. How you doing? God bless you. We cool. But now, Satan's desire is to maybe get in me. And then maybe I start looking at Erica side-eyed like, and all of a sudden there's this thing that has come between us. It's this thing. And I can't put my finger on it. I don't know what it is. But it's this thing. But I'm too proud to address it. She's too proud to address it. And then when the time comes, let's say we in the trenches fighting together and the enemy coming. And the enemy coming from the back and the enemy coming from the front. And she's supposed to got my back and I got the front, praise the Lord. If I'm not on speaking terms with her, praise God, do you think I'm going to trust her to fight my back? No. Instead of fighting the enemy, I'm going to be. And guess what ends up happening? We both get killed. Amen. That's why in this season we can't afford, hear me and hear me well, we can't afford, praise the Lord, to be walking separate And so anytime you do something crazy, or you do something that looks kind of, I'm going to call you out. I'm going to call you on the carpet. Might not just do it right open, but I will. You know why I'm going to do it? Because I want to make sure that the lines are open. God's people don't seek to be separated. God's people seek to be together. Because by this shall all men know that you are my disciples. One toward another. Me and Sister Sharika been friends, been close, and all of a sudden we just like, and used to be glad when I saw her coming to church. I'm like, oh God, there she go. You should know that when that comes in your heart, that's not God.
That's right.
That ain't God.
Amen.
Should you see me in Walmart somewhere and I see you and I go, it's a shame when saints that you have shouted with in the church. Come on, somebody. You have prayed with. Then they see you and act like, praise the Lord, act like they don't even know who He is no more. Anybody else experienced that before? People just like ducking. You're like, what happened? Amen. Y'all best believe if y'all saw me in Walmart and I didn't speak to you, because I ain't see you. If I see you, I'm gonna say something to you. Well, Scott, you're looking right at me. I could listen. That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. I could be looking right at you and be in my own world and not even know that's you. Y'all ever did that before? I mean, I'm just looking right at you. You standing in the front line, I'm standing behind, and I'm looking right at the back of your head. It ain't registered to me. That's Sister Tanya right there. And Tanya don't say nothing. She gonna go out the door feeling some kind of way. Praise the Lord. And she gonna be like, that's my pastor.
No, I'm over there.
I hope you will. Praise God. Amen. Praise God. That's my pastor. And he didn't even speak to me. He ain't said nothing. That ain't me. Praise God. If you see the saints and the saints avoid you, that means somebody ain't doing right.
That's true. That's right.
If you see me riding down the road and I got some white girl with blonde hair riding, you know I ain't trying to be seen. Amen. Never forget, praise the Lord. I'm bringing it in. I'm praise God, never forget, praise the Lord. Bishop, you had the sister, and rather name was Sister William. And Bishop, he was strict. He was strict. No wigs, no makeup, no pants, no nothing. Plain everything. And praise the Lord. Sister Flossie, she conformed to everything else, but she still, wore her pants. So Bishop, he was the kind of man, he showed up anywhere. Just you didn't know where he was, he just showed up. And it happened so he got into the grocery store and he saw her. And she had her pants on. And he saw her really before she saw him. But she didn't think that he saw her. So he was getting ready to go speak to her and say, hey. And as he headed her direction, she would disappear down one side. Then he'd go the other way, and she'd disappear on the other side. And finally he said she didn't want to be found. So he walked out. He walked. One of the brothers in South Carolina said, one of the main brothers that had been down there, he stopped at the gas station, praise the Lord, and he was, in the gas station getting ready to go pay for his gas. One of the brothers buying a lottery ticket. And so he said he walked in there and saw that. He said, praise the Lord, before he would embarrass him, he just walked back out. Amen. Why do you do those kind of things? You do those kind of things because you love people so much. Praise the Lord. And if they knew that you was watching them, maybe they wouldn't do it. But one thing I found out, you can't be people's Holy Ghost.
That's right. That's right.
People are either saved or they lost.
Amen.
They're either convinced of the lifestyle or they're not. And some things we might not ever do. That doesn't mean that they're not saved. That just means that they don't do it that way. Are y'all understand what I'm telling you? And you have to come to a place in church where you just say, well, you know, you ain't got to be like me for me to love you. Are y'all understand what I'm telling you?
Amen.
You ain't got to be like me for me to love you. Praise God. Bible said, let every man be persuaded in his own mind. Because if you're doing it just for me, the minute you leave, just like so many other folks, they go right back to doing what they stopped doing. Now, I'll tell you this, the things that I show you in the Word, that the Word say you ought to do, that's not up for debate. You're supposed to do what the Word of God says. That ain't got nothing to do. If you see it plainly in the Word, obey the Word. But things that might not necessarily be a word thing, it might just be an administration, the way we do things, how we praise the Lord, how we do certain things. Well, praise the Lord, maybe everybody might not be convicted that way. What we have to do, we have to learn to let God be God in people's lives.
Amen.
Come on, somebody.
Amen.
Let God be God. But you be convinced. And don't you change because somebody else changed.
Amen.
Praise God. Maybe if you stand, sometimes people will see themselves and do the right thing. But don't go condemn them and trying to kill them. Love them. And understand this, beloved, and I'm cool. Sometimes people have a legitimate, genuine struggle. And if the love that you have for the individual is great, you will want to love them through and out of that struggle until they can get strong enough to stand like they ought to stand. I think about today and about on Sunday how all across my phone it was telling me that Bishop Eddie Long had died. And I thought about, praise the Lord, how so many people had taken to social media, talked about the man and what he had done. And you know, one of the things I want y'all to understand, I in no wise endorse homosexuality. It is a sin. Those that do it and don't repent and quit and change their lifestyle, they will go to hell. Praise the Lord. I do not endorse pedophilia, lesbianism, bestiality, all forms of illicit sexual activity. I am against it. Okay? But let me help you understand something. Just because you see things that are circumstantial evidence, or you have a partial understanding of what has happened, be very careful how you judge somebody not knowing the complete and total truth. Because you will be found, praise the Lord, in direct opposition to God. What if that man settled to save somebody's life? What if he settled to, praise God, maybe it wasn't him that was doing it. Maybe it was somebody close to him, praise God, that he was protecting. And he did it, praise the Lord, because he loved him. He said, I can take the heat. And that's what he did. You don't know the whole story. And if you don't know for sure, be very careful. Remember the friends of Job thought they knew that Job had sinned. In fact, every bit of the evidence, the circumstantial evidence, pointed that Job had to have sinned. And in the end, God was mad at him and said, I won't even hear your prayer. You take a sacrifice to my servant Job and let him pray for you, lest I deal with you after your father. Because you didn't speak the thing that was right concerning me. Just because you think you know something, don't mean you know what you think you know.
That's right.
Hallelujah. Amen. Once again, I'm not defending a bad lifestyle. I'm just saying it may not be what you think. Let me tell y'all something. When you get big, and you get famous, all the haters come out. And folk will lie on you to get a piece of the action. I'm just, watch when God build this church, they'll tell some lies about me. Some of them probably lie right now. Praise the Lord. Trying to destroy your name. Some people are just maliciously. So be careful. Believe the good in your brothers and sisters before you believe the evil. If you walk past me and didn't speak, I'm going to believe that maybe you had a lot on your mind. And then the next time you do it, I'm going to stand in your way so you can't walk past me. And then I'm going to speak for you, Lord. Amen? Before you judge somebody and throw them out on their ear, make sure you have done all you could do to be a blessing. Because if you ain't done all you could do, then you have no room to talk and no room to judge. May God bless you tonight is my prayer. Pray that I've said something tonight that has been a blessing and encouragement, helping us, amen, work together to get this wall built.